Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon to you. Welcome to another little short episode of Carl's Conversations. We know you, we didn't give you any warning. We know. We just got back into town last night. Tisha and I took a little break. We needed to unplug and get away. That's why you haven't seen anything as far as video on Heart for the Community Initiative or Carl's Conversations. We needed a little break, so we unplugged for several days and just got away and took a little mini vacation. It was much needed. uh, I don't think her nor I rested that well since we took a cruise in May of 2019. So like I said, that was well deserved, well needed. And I encourage all of you, sometimes you have to just unplug and get away. And you know, one thing I learned, sometimes people don't like it when you're not there, but you have to take care of yourself. And nobody knows like you when you need a break. So sometimes you gotta just get away and take care of yourself, rest, relax, rejuvenate. So when you get back, you can jump in and do the things that you need to do. Now I will admit to you, I'm not ready to jump all the way back in yet. Are you, sweetie?
No, not at all.
Not yet. Well, we're going to jump into a few things. Hey, listen, we just wanted to come just for a very few minutes today. Number one, to let you know that we're back and you'll see more of us here. We have a lot of things planned for you. But listen, I told over the last few days, I have really discovered that we have a really rock solid viewership in Syracuse, New York. And so I told them, I said, well, next time I go live, I'm going to shout out my Syracuse crew. So in Syracuse, Aunt Polly, hey, sweetie, Aunt Lou, Uncle Sam, Vic, Steven, Sandy King, Lucy and Ira, Frank Jones, and let's not forget Miss Kim. Thank you all up there in Syracuse, New York, for your support and viewership of Carl's Conversations and Heart for the Community Initiative. We really do appreciate you. Lord knows we do. And we hope that as you see future episodes that you will share so that we can increase our viewership up there. And maybe at some point we'll come up there and we'll start a little Carl's Conversations up there, a little Heart for the Community Initiative up there. There's plenty of work to do in Syracuse, New York also. So we're very thankful to all of our friends up there. God bless you. Well, I want to let you know there are some things that we're cooking up starting Sunday evening. And I haven't even put this out yet, so this is hot off the presses. I'll do a notification a little later. Sunday evening at 6 p.m. this Sunday evening, I will do an episode of Carl's Conversations, Election 2020. Let's talk about it. That's what we're going to do. Oh, there's Monica and Lolly Golly right there. Monica is part of the Syracuse crew.
Hey.
And Lolly, she's part of the Stafford crew right here.
Hey, Lolly Golly.
God bless you, ladies. But on Sunday evening, we are going to be doing an episode of Carl's Conversations. The title will be Election 2020. Let's talk about it. A lot of things going on with the election. A lot of things going on with our president. A lot of things to talk about. So I want to remind you while I have you here, if you live in Virginia, the deadline to register to vote is October 13th. Today is October 9th, right?
Please go out and vote. Please.
But
please.
you got to register first.
You got to register.
So you must register no later than October 13th. And if you haven't registered by now, I tell you, like my grandmother used to say, I'm going to spank the powder out of your britches. So please go register if you have not done so. For those of you who are convicted felons and you have not yet requested to have your voting rights restored, you may not make the deadline to vote in this election because we're getting late in the game, but I still encourage you to go to restorevirginia.com. And if you Google and just Google restore voting rights in Virginia or whatever state that you're in, every state has a process for requesting the restoration of your voting rights. And in Virginia, it's the restoration of your civil rights, not just your voting rights, but you lose several rights when you are convicted of a felon. But that doesn't mean that you cannot vote for the rest of your life. There is a process to request those voting rights again. All right. So make sure you do that. And remember, in Virginia, there are several options to vote. You can vote by mail, that is absentee voting by mail. And you can also do early voting in person. Early voting in person goes all the way up to October 31st. I'm not sure exactly what all the deadlines are for absentee ballots, but you can get absentee ballots. Well, you can request them by mail, email, you can do it online. All right. So please go to the Virginia election site, or if you live in another state, go to your state's election site. Don't believe everything that your cousin, your auntie, or whoever co-worker say to you.
Check for yourself.
There you go. Check for yourself. You really need to know this. You don't want to miss these deadlines, and you want to have your vote counted. If you have moved from one place to another since the last time you voted, please be sure that you are registered in your current precinct. If it is too late to do that, all you got to do is go back to your previous precinct, because that's where you're registered. Okay. Please, please, please. All states, all systems are not set up to automatically know where you are. It is your responsibility to report where you are. So we wanted to remind you that, let you know that we're back off of our little vacation. We also have some things planned for Hartford, the Community Initiative. I am working on some things there. I got a lot of help. I have my wife, Tisha, here. I also have an assistant, Miss Monica, we call her Monica or Neek. Miss Hinton, she is awesome. She does a lot of things in the background for Hartford, the Community Initiative. I just can't thank her enough of everything. Thanks, Neek. So we appreciate it. And of course, Tisha's here. She's helpful in all things when it comes to Hartford, the Community Initiative, and Carl's Conversations. So before we get out of here, you got anything to say, sweetie?
Make sure you register to vote. Make sure that you get out to vote. Remember, if you don't vote, that you cannot complain. Every vote counts. It is imperative that everyone gets out and goes to vote. It is imperative. I can't say it enough. 2020 has been a year for everyone. So please go out to vote. Please.
If there was ever a time
such as this
to let your vote be your voice, this would be that time.
Yes.
So please make sure that your vote is cast and that you do it. And I want to remind you of this too. In many places where they're doing early in-person voting, also check to see if you could do drive-up voting. We're doing that in Virginia. In other words, I know a lot of us are not feeling very comfortable about COVID. You may have elderly or physically disabled family members who are registered voters. Well, in many of these places, you can pull up and there'll be somebody from your county or your city that will come out and get you squared away right in your car. All right, in many of these places, you can vote from your car. So there are just so many options. You know, there are things that we hear about voter suppression, and some of that stuff is true, but there are options. And so we remind you, as much as I am against voter suppression, I'm also against voter fraud. We're going to do what is good and right. Mm-hmm. And for everybody to know, if you do anything that is considered fraud or cheating, that is a federal felony. You're going to do some time, and you will never be able to vote in the US of A again. So for everybody, spread the word. Let's get registered. Let's vote. And let's do it the right way, so there'll be no blood on our hands. Nobody will be able to accuse of us of anything but showing up and doing the right thing. All right? So you got anything, sweetie?
Yes. Make sure you go out, register, vote, vote, vote. Our ancestors fought for us to have the right to vote. So it is imperative that we vote.
All right. You heard it. Vote. All right. God bless y'all. Stay tuned now, because some notifications are going to be going out. And a couple of y'all might even want to join me on Sunday evening. If y'all want to be a part of this panel, y'all hit me up. So Sunday evening at 6 p.m., we're going to do Election 2020. Let's talk about it. All right, y'all. I'll see you soon. Until next time, may God bless you and may heaven smile upon you. Bye-bye.
Bye.